My name is Jen and I love cookies. So I have been MIA for a while. I was having some technical difficulties and then I felt like I needed to back off of cookies a little bit for health reasons. And so I've been MIA, but I am back today for a very special occasion. A couple of months ago, I rated cookies from a place called Baked with Grace. And unfortunately, I ordered them at a time where they experienced a sudden drastic increase in orders. And I mentioned in my previous reviews that I received an email saying they might be sour with a discount code for the future. And 2 of the 3 that I rated were in fact sour. And I ate them anyway. They honestly still weren't that bad. And the reason, which I was correct about, so I'm kind of proud, but the reason was that there was too much baking soda added by a new employee. And so Grace actually saw my reviews and offered to send me free cookies, and I told her no, but she insisted. So today I'm going to re-review one of the cookies. The one I've chosen today is Cinnamon Roll. It looks like this, and as a reminder, if you missed my previous review, these are cookie pies. So these are huge, very, very large cookies, and I wanted to make sure I did these right. So I have followed her instructions for baking them. I stuck it in the oven at 400 degrees. She said 3 to 8 minutes. I decided to go with 4, just because I felt like that was the right number. This is a cinnamon roll cookie pie, and I want to say there are a couple things I've noticed already that are different. The first time, one of the things I didn't like about this one was that it was kind of sunken in the middle, and the frosting just like there wasn't enough cookie in the part with the frosting because it was sunken. These are not sunken in the middle. She sent me 2. I have the other one over there, which I will rate at some point. But these are bulky cookies. There's a lot going on here, so I'm excited to see that. Also, I wish you could smell through video. This smells amazing, and I'm super excited to eat it. So I think you can. Ooh, I can. Nice. All right, I just turned it upside down and dumped it out. It did keep its structural integrity, which I'm a huge fan of. I was gonna eat it with a fork because she clearly shows people eating with a fork on her thing, but I don't think I need to, so I'm just gonna take a bite. I'm so excited. I cannot express to you how amazing this smells. It's really good. So I'll start with the texture. She has directions for both the microwave and the oven. I chose the oven because she said it would be crunchy on the outside, gooey on the inside. And it isn't crunchy on the outside, but it is crumbly, which is my favorite cookie texture. So it's got this nice crumbly texture around the whole outside. You can see like this nice golden brown, and then it is warm, soft, and gooey on the inside. Perfect, wonderful, huge fan. The base cookie flavor is also fantastic. It has a good amount of cinnamon, but not too much. I do feel like it's vaguely reminiscent of a Snickerdoodle. I think it's like a Snickerdoodle cookie base. I also see I'm starting to get to some frosting filling on the inside, and I'm really excited about that. It also is falling apart a little bit, so I may switch to a fork, but we'll see how far I can get without doing that. Okay, so I don't know if you'll really be able to see it. A little bit. The frosting is kind of like distributed in pockets in the center here, and I really like that. I think one of my complaints last time was that the frosting was all in the middle and the rest of the cookie was like not that exciting, and then the frosting was too sweet and in the middle, and because the cookie was sunken, there wasn't enough cookie to balance out the sweetness of the frosting. So I feel like that has been resolved completely in this version of the cookie. It's falling apart. I like that the frosting is distributed kind of throughout the center here, not just stuck on top. And it is now balanced out. It's still very sweet. The frosting is also, it's like a cinnamon cream cheese frosting. I may have licked it off the top of the container prior to starting this review. It was really good, which I'm a huge frosting fan, but it is still very sweet because it's frosting and that's what frosting is. But I think it's more balanced with the rest of the cookie in this correctly made version. So that's a big plus. I don't want to show you. I'm scared it'll fall apart. But I'm getting to almost a like lava cakey center here. Very gooey, very delicious. I'm sure that's because I stuck it in the oven. Maybe I should have stuck it in the oven for longer, but I'm not sorry about the time I put it in the oven for. And this gooey center part is really good. I just made my way through a very liquidy part where it definitely would have been advantageous to use a fork, but I'm determined and I did not. I just wanted to take a moment. You can really see the pockets of the frosting in the cookie here from this view. Also, I realized that this sounded less dumb when I thought it than it's gonna sound when I'm saying it. But this very gooey part feels like eating cinnamon roll cookie dough, which is exactly what I'm doing because this is a cookie and I just made it really gooey, which basically makes it cookie dough. But I'm a huge fan of the really gooey parts. Definitely use a fork, I think. Don't do it my way, but worth heating it up in the oven for sure. Okay, so let's talk good things about that cookie. One, every complaint I had from the first review I did was 100% resolved by it being baked correctly without extra baking soda. So, huge plus. Definitely worth putting in the oven. I loved the crumbly on the outside, gooey on the inside texture. Got that absolutely perfect. I really liked the pockets. Well, first of all, the frosting alone was really, really good. But second of all, I really liked the pockets of frosting kind of being mixed through the center of the cookie. That made it, I think, a much more interesting experience. Sometimes when I have these giant cookies, I kind of get bored. That happened a lot with World's Best Dough cookies. I kind of get bored partially through eating them because it's like all the same thing. And I feel like this kept it a variety of stuff going on. So I actually did not intend to eat that whole cookie because I haven't had dinner yet today and it's dinner time. And I was gonna eat dinner after this, but it was so good that I ate the whole cookie anyway. In terms of things that could be better, I do feel like the parts with the frosting on top still ended up pretty sweet. I, as a frosting lover, did not find it too sweet for me, but I think if you were averse to overly sweet things, you wouldn't love it. No, that's it. That's all. That was really good. I think I'm really into cinnamon roll things. My highest rated cookie ever is a cinnamon roll cookie. That one wasn't, it was, I think, more of a snickerdoodle dough. Like, it didn't feel like eating a cinnamon roll. But it was fantastic. I would eat that again on a regular basis. So it's been a while since I've rated a cookie. I have still been eating them occasionally. I may have gotten a bit nicer, but that was so good. I'm gonna go with a 9.6. There's very little about that cookie that I think could have been improved. Okay, so that was one of two cookies I will be re-reviewing from Baked with Grace. That was delicious, highly recommend. The other one I have is a birthday cake cookie, so we'll see how that goes. I am going to try to make a comeback with cookie reviews. I know I've been gone. I'm thinking I probably won't do more than once a week, but I am gonna shoot to make once a week happen, and we'll see how it goes. If you like watching me talk about cookies, please like, comment, and or subscribe below. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day and eat more cookies.